Hey there, everyone! Welcome to the Forever Rare channel. Have you ever wondered how a hybrid animal is developed? To put it simply, the two animals must belong to the same genus, plus have the same number of chromosomes. The offspring of crossbred animals share traits from both parents, but usually, these are born sterile and cannot produce an offspring. However, there are a few successful ones which we will find out later on. With that said, it's time to check out the hybrid animals that actually exist. The Tigon and Liger. The Tigon is an offspring of a tiger and a lioness. On the other hand, a male lion and a tigress produces the liger. Both are bred in zoos and possess features of both parents, but are generally larger than any of their parents. The female ligers and tigons may occasionally produce an offspring, which brings us to the next one. The Liger. In 2013, the first liger was born. It is the offspring of a male lion and a female liger. Meet Kara, born at the Novosibirsk Zoo. Despite being charming as this cuddly cub Kara, mix and match felines raise serious concerns for advocates of big cat conservation. Leopards and Leopards. Leopards are beautiful and uncommon hybrids resulting from the union of a male leopard and a female lion. Leopards grow almost as large as lions, but they take their short legs from their leopard dad. Other than this, they inherited their dad's trait of loving the water and climbing chops. And the offspring of a male lion and a leopardess is called a leopard. This pairing happens very rarely because of the immense size difference between a male lion and a female leopard. The Jaglion and Liguor. Now let us move on to another stunning and intriguing big cat hybrid, the Jaglion, which comes from the mating of a male jaguar and a female lion. A little is known about the Jaglions because very few exist. On the other hand, offspring produced by the opposite pairing of a male lion and a female jaguar are called Liguors. Coy wolf. Coyotes and wolves came around 200,000 years ago. The two species are able to mate and produce viable offspring called the coy wolf. It shares many characteristics of both parents, but it is not known whether coy wolf are animals that mate to reproduce. Zoo. Originating from the high plateaus of Mongolia and Tibet, the zoo is a male hybrid animal of a yak and a domestic cow. Male zoos are usually sterile. The female hybrid, known as zomo or zom, is fertile. These hybrids tend to be larger and stronger than both cows and yaks and are valued for their meat and milk production. Beefalo. The beefalo is usually created by pairing a domesticated bull with a female American bison. Unlike most hybrids, they are able to reproduce successfully. Crossbreeding the bull with the bison was intentional to improve beef production and carry the best traits of both species. They produce leaner, more flavorful meat like bison, but are easier to raise like domestic cattle. There are times when the breeds are 50% or more bison. They are called catalo. If the hybrid also resembles a bison more than the cow, it is considered an exotic animal, unlike the others that fall under livestock. The Cama. Like the beefalo, the Cama was created to produce an animal that was more economically viable than its parents. Camas are offsprings of camels and llamas, usually via artificial conception. This is the best way to breed them because male camels weigh 6 times more than the female llamas. Pairing off female camels and male llamas are sadly not successful. Wolfen. Wolfins are rare hybrid animals. They come from the crossbreeding of a female bottlenose dolphin and a male false killer whale. Citizen wolfin sightings in the wild are common, but concrete evidence still eludes scientists. Some are in captivity and are available for viewing. Geep. This cute and cuddly hybrid animal is the geep, a cross between a goat and a sheep. It is extremely rare, and there are some debates whether or not the geep is a hybrid or a sheep with genetic abnormalities. Well, hybrid or not, they are one of the cutest things you can find. Savannah cat. Savannah cats are exotic hybrids. They are the result of breeding a domestic cat with a wild African serval. Savannah cats with more serval blood can be twice as large as your domestic cats, so make sure to do some research before getting one as a pet. Savannah cats are extremely intelligent, loyal, and loving creatures, and they are very prized household pets. Growler bear. Growler bears are a cross between a grizzly bear and a polar bear. They are sometimes called Pizzly bears, and the First Nations peoples call them Nanula. This mix is interesting because normally, polar bears and grizzlies do not like each other. However, thanks to extreme situations and human interventions, we have the growler bear. Zunky and Zedonk. The Zunky is the hybrid of zebra father and donkey mother. Their counterparts, hybrids of the donkey father and the zebra mother, are called the Zedonk or sometimes the Donkra. The Zunky exists in the wild and are also seen in zoos around the world. They are very strong and very fast animals capable of running up to 35 miles per hour. Mullard. The mullard is a hybrid between the Muscovy duck and the domestic duck. American Pekins are the most commonly used to breed mullards because of the breed's high meat production. Mullards are sterile, giving them the nickname mule ducks. Zubron. Zubrons were bred by mating domestic cattle with a European bison, with the aim of creating a new form of domestic cattle that were larger, stronger, and more resistant to disease. They are extremely large hybrids with males weighing up to 1,200 kilograms and are tough animals capable of tolerating harsh winters. The first Zubrons were bred in 1847, but there is a small herd wandering freely in the national park in Poland. Hinny and Mule. The mule is the result of a donkey stallion mating with a female horse. Mules tend to have the head of a donkey and the extremities of a horse. Hinny is the result of a horse stallion mating with a female donkey. Hinnies are less common than mules, and there might be subtle differences in appearance. Both Hinny and Mule are hardy and tough, and often have good immune systems. They are extremely strong and can pull heavy loads and carry much heavier weights than donkeys or horses of similar size. Also, mules and Hinnies are intelligent and sensitive, but can have unpredictable reactions. Toiger. Toigers are a designer cat breed bred from Bengal and tabby cats to create a wild tiger look on a completely domesticated cat. The animal was initially bred by Judy Sudgen in 1980 to help prevent the extinction of wild cats by enticing big cat lovers to this smaller look-alike hybrid cat. Cheeto. The Cheeto was first bred in 2001 by a breeder hoping to create a new feline displaying the physical characteristics of a wild cat with the gentleness of a domestic cat. Cheetos are one of the largest breeds of all domestic cats and are very rare hybrids. Narluga. In the late 1980s, hunter Jens Larsen killed a trio of very strange whales off the western coast of Greenland. They were very different from their usual catch, which are the narwhals and belugas. Larson kept one of the skulls, which later on helped in proving the existence of what might be the most fantastic hybrid ever. It is called the narluga, the offspring of a beluga whale and a narwhal. Some call it the unicorn of the seas. Green sea slug. Possibly the most unusual hybrid animal on this list is the green sea slug. It is a sea slug that incorporates genetic material from the algae it eats into its own DNA. The strange result is a plant-animal hybrid that can consume food like an animal or create its own nutrients via photosynthesis. Scientists call these sea slugs emerald green Alicia. Their ability to turn solar energy into food is what gives them their brilliant green hue. Zebroid. A zebroid is a hybrid of a zebra and any equine species. When paired with specifically a horse, the offspring is called a zors. Zebroids are usually infertile and pairings are rare. Usually, they have the appearance of whichever animal they have been crossbred with while still retaining the striped coat of a pure zebra. Most of these hybrid animals don't have fully striped coats, so instead, the stripes are usually found on just the legs or the non-white areas of the body, depending on the genetics of the non-zebra parent. But be careful when browsing for photos of the zebroid and the zors, as there are lots of photoshopped ones that you'll encounter online. And that's it! Those are the cool and interesting hybrid animals that actually exist in our planet. Did you have any animal that you think should be included in this list? Let us know in the comments below. We might just include them in our future videos.